everybody, it's Lucy here. I wanted to go over the next modules, 8, 9, and 10. So here's your navigation pane in your Canvas home page. I'm going to click on modules and scroll down. And Module 8 is about human resource management. And this is an important module because this area of the company is in charge of interviewing, job applications, promotions, raises, orientations, training, complaints, anything like that goes through human resources or HR. So this is a very important chapter or module. You may work in this area now or do some HR work in the area that you are in, or you may find yourself in this type of role, but you will have some sort of relationship with HR at your company. Here are your presentations and demonstrations. You have the audio presentation, you have the PDF and the PowerPoint that you can print out as you go. Looks like you already have 2 links to your Prezi. Your Prezi presentation, this is the presentation that I created that I used in my face-to-face classes, and I wanted to provide that for all of you as well. So you have that. It may take a minute to load. And then you also have your required readings. Of course, you should be reading your Chapter 8 in your textbook that goes with Module 8. And here are your supplemental and enrichment files, resources that go directly with the module learning outcomes. And that could be anything from videos to links to PDFs to articles. But let's look at the activities. You have discussion forum, labor laws. So I want you to visit this website, and then you have several questions, the United States Department of Labor, and you have several questions pertaining to some of the U.S. labor laws. And so I do break that down, usually by alpha A. I try to highlight exactly what you should be answering here. Keep in mind that this information down here is just how this assignment or activity or discussion forum aligns with the module learning objectives or chapter objectives. So I just want you to understand like why you're doing what you're doing in this class and the meaning behind that. You also have an exam too. So you're going to have 50 multiple choice questions, 2 points each, so you want to make sure you're doing that. And you can jump around. If you want to save the exam to last, you can, and work on other things in the different modules that are going to be open, then you can most definitely do that as well. Chapter 9 is on top of performance through empowerment, teamwork, and communication. This is a lot of information about teams, type of teams, characteristics of team, stages of team development, conflict in teams. And I really love this concept. I also research in this area. You're in teams in all parts of your life, professionally and personally. So the more you can learn about teams and what they are and what makes them tick and how to be a better team player or how to lead a team better is only going to help you. So you do have your presentations. Again, the Prezi presentation is what I'm using in my face-to-face classes right now that I designed. I'm always tweaking it and adding to it and updating it. And it may take a minute to load, but once it does, it's there. So you have access to that. Definitely you want to be reading your Chapter 9 to go along with this Module 9. And then here are your resources. So yes, stages of team development. I love this concept. It's a theory by Tucker. And so you have the different stages when groups get together, when they have conflict, when they kind of settle down, and then they start performing. And then some researchers give a 5th stage, adjourning, when the team dissolves or they finish their task. All right, so let's see here. Let me exit out some of this. So let's see what else you're going to be doing in Module 9. You have an experiential learning assignment on body language or nonverbal communication, because it's very, very important to not only be aware of the people around you and their feelings based on them not saying one word, but also to be aware of the type of messages you are giving off around others based on your body language. So you're going to actually go to a public place and do some observations of people and their body language in and out of groups, and then talk about some of the body language that you like, the messages that you like, and some that you would like to try to correct. I mean, if you're someone who always crosses their arms we know that this is negative body language messages, so maybe something that you want to work on. So again, I have tried to highlight everything by A, B, C, D, and steps. And then here you will see how this particular experiential learning assignment, how it aligns with the module outcomes in your Module 9. Always look at your grading rubric. Sometimes it comes fully loaded down here. If you click on the links, it gives you more information. So it's important to look at this and go over it before you start your assignment. Sometimes it's up here. It says Show Rubric. Particularly on your discussion forums, it's going to be more so up there. You also have it in the upper right-hand corner. I'll show you here in just a second. You also have a Module 9 quiz. Module 10 is something really different. If you've worked in the industrial industry or industrial part of town, things like that, this chapter is all about that. Production and operations management or supply chain management. So it's important because there is a lot of opportunity in that field. It's very technical based. Oftentimes, machinery, forklifts, for example, assembly lines, there are management opportunities in this field. So this is an interesting chapter or module. And again, you have many different presentations that you can view in the Chapter 10 Prezi that I use in my face-to-face classes there as well. And oftentimes there's other, resources in there too, videos and things like that in the Prezi presentations. You want to be reading and studying your chapter, your resources. You have some videos again and some other links that you can go to that directly align with the module learning objectives. Then you have a discussion forum on benchmarking a company, and on your discussion forums, that's where your rubrics are going to show up. Be sure you are conversing with at least one classmate on the post, getting that group feel, group dynamic. Don't let benchmarking, don't let that word kind of trip you up. Benchmarking is just another way of saying a company has analyzed another company in something that they're doing really well, and then they bring that back into their own company to make it better. For example, Walmart benchmarked Toyota's just-in-time inventory, to where every time you scan, when you're checking out at Walmart and your shampoo scans or your can of soup or stalk of celery scans, it automatically goes back digitally and reports back to the system, hey, we are now missing one less shampoo on the shelf, or one can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup has now left the building. So it's a way so you don't have a stockpile of inventory, and Walmart did this with Toyota. Toyota created that system. So don't let benchmarking trip you up. But what you want to do here is talk about a company you feel could benefit from benchmarking another company's process. And this is really interesting because you all come up with really good ideas to why aren't these companies doing this already? So this is really interesting to always have a conversation about. So that's it, 8, 9, and 10. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me, text, call, or you can chat with me as well. And I look forward to talking with you on the discussion boards, discussion forums, and reading and viewing all of your analysis. So talk to you soon. Bye.